Guys, today is July the 1st, 2021, and I was going to do an update on my plants. I'm Cecily. I'm working on remembering to introduce myself because I always forget to say who I am. Just tell you what I'm doing. But anyway, so as you can see, I have bird feeders here, and they're pretty empty because there's a raccoon that likes to get into them. Today is grocery day, so I'm going to get some more bird seed for them. But the point of that is to tell you, here's my nasturtiums that the raccoon has knocked over like 4 times now. I keep moving it around, trying to hope it'll be on a stable base. So the raccoon will quit trying to kill my nasturtiums. They're trying to grow back. I had flowers on them, but once they ended up way down there on the ground and the dirt spread everywhere, that kind of shocked them some. So I put them on this table to be more sturdy. So I've moved my rosemary, and I've also pruned it back. It still smells nice though, so it's doing okay. So that's what we got going there. Obviously my trees are growing back well, but that's not thanks to me. That's just nature. Oh, there's that cat that keeps trying to eat my birds. I like the cat, but I really need to quit it trying to kill my birds. I've got some ginseng and a random sunflower or two that grows because the raccoon knocks the bird seed into the ginseng flower box. And the only thing that'll grow over here with as much shade as it gets is the ginseng because it needs a mostly shaded area. I'm debating on if I should water my plants today or not. It says it's like a 50% chance of rain. So I don't know on that, but we're about to go around and see some more plants. Here is some cleome I put in a raised plant potter thing. They're sprouting well. I've got some mandevilla, and there's some cleome down there, and I also put a passion flower or a maypop in that pot. But the maypop's not coming up yet. I got a white mandevilla yesterday. I've got to put it in a bigger pot. Here's my lemon thyme. I tried to separate it. You can see I've got new growth growing because I made, see the lighter green? That's newer growth. The woody stuff is the older growth. Separating these suckers is a lot harder than it looks. Here's one of the plants I separated it. It's kind of growing new. I thought I might have killed it for a minute. Here's another one. Whenever I went to separate them, I took them out of the big hanging pot and was going to separate them into 3, try to be equal pieces. But the roots are so bound together, it was very difficult to do. So keep in mind, if it's in a pot, it's going to be harder. If it was in the ground, I could just take a shovel and kind of cut through some of the roots, and there's so many in there, it'd be okay. Some of them would die, but it'd be pretty much okay. But out of a pot, ripping them suckers apart with my hand didn't work, so I got to find a better system for that. Here's a little planter pot I made. A friend of mine gave me these. I don't remember what they are. I'm waiting for them to put up a flower so I can see what they are. These here are petunias I got from the store. They have grown a good bit. They were just in the center and now they're kind of hanging over, which is neat looking. This is a lemon or a lime. This is a hibiscus. Over here are some other flowers that I've gotten. Some have been given to me and I forget the names. The yellow gold is my marigold I planted from seed. Here are my morning glories. I love morning glories. They're so pretty. I wish more would have grown, but one survived, and this is the one plant that has managed to wind itself all the way up here. I get a few flowers off of it. Alright, my trees were not faring so well. As y'all saw in some of my other videos, I had to cut off a lot because of how much damage was on them. This is a plum. This was the only piece kind of left from it that didn't look severely wilted and damaged, so I cut this part off here. Everything I see says cut it off at an angle so the water will kind of drain off so it won't set up rot. I had to cut off almost all of the pear. You can see where I've cut it, but you can see it is starting to come back. So like there's the leaves, so it's alive. This peach wasn't horribly bad, and this now has a different bug on it. It's not just wilting and turning brown, it's got holes, so something's eating it. I've been spraying it with sulfur. Right here is a good thing. Alright, my grape start looks to be doing pretty well. My raspberry, doing okay, which it won't produce fruit until next year. They produce fruit on 2-year-old canes. This is a blackberry. I've got it's a thornless. It did produce, and you can see where it did produce, and it's gone now. We've picked them. They were pretty good, and they were like the size of like my first knuckle kind of berries, so that's pretty good size. These are my blueberries I got from in-laws. I had to cut off some of it, not really. The main thing on these was there's a couple of storms that knocked off a ton of the berries. And you can see it sends up new shoots as well. I really want to get these in the ground near my planted, my raised beds. This is my fruit cocktail tree. The only thing that has survived is the plum part, and it hasn't even put off any flowers or plums yet this year. We'll see how that goes, maybe later this summer. Alright, elephant ears. Oh, what are these? Crepe myrtles. They came back pretty well. Okay, a friend of mine gave me these, and they are growing pretty decently, I think. Jalapeno, not a pino, not a halo. Two different things of those. These are not pinos, and these are habanados. That's it. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but they're growing well. So excited for that. These are my elderberries. Some things are eating this one more than that one. Tomato plant, I've already got a good bit of tomatoes off it. There's 2 more ready. Not huge plants, but I don't know if y'all remember my tale of the soil, but it's not going so hot with that. Something's better than nothing, though. Here's a peach that I thought was going to end up just getting chunked because I had to cut it so far back. But if you look, it is still kicking. It said I ain't going yet. Here's the other pear. I had to cut it far back. As you can see, it is very sturdy as well. This plum, I was able to leave a little bit on, and it is sprouting more too, so that's good. Strawberries, same thing. The ones on the end that are regular strawberries sprouting, the ones in the middle, pine berry, just spreading but no berries. Here's my wildflower septic tank garden. This is what we got going for July 1st. It is a perennial mix, just a pack of perennial mix like pollinator, bee attracting, whatever you want to call it. Different things bloom at different times. This is July's blooms. And here are my raised beds, mostly tomatoes and peppers, some peas. This is starting to take off pretty well. Different tomatoes are coming up. My son got a ghost pepper. I don't have any plants, or not plants. I don't have any fruit, vegetables, peppers on it, but it's kind of bushing out and doing a little bit of flowering. So you can see one there. Jessie planted a pepper she got from school. It hasn't died. Alright, this is a beefsteak tomato, I think it was. I can't remember the exact kind. This piece had fallen all the way down to the ground, and there's a split down there. So I've kind of propped it up in a cage. This one wasn't in a cage before. I'm hoping that'll kind of help it. You can see some other little tomatoes. And like I said, these are ones that I got in the mail from friends, and then a few from leftover years. This one's, I'm gonna pull it up soon. This one tomato plant seems to be okay. I might try to replant it to over here. I might just let it go and call it compost. Here's also corn, marigolds. A nasturtium is starting to wither away, but it was one. So that's doing pretty good in my raised bed. I want to either put here or here another raised bed for my berries. And we're still working on arranging everything else. I want to keep trees. I need to cover up some of this mud because it's so muddy and it just washes away. So that's why we're encouraging grass growth, because even though grass doesn't do anything for real, it helps keep the soil from washing away. What soil we do have. But that's what we got going so far. Oh, well, are the gnats. I hope you guys are having a great season. Let me know if you have any ideas on any of my stuff that's going wrong or that I've had issues with. I would appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys' videos too.